Hi everyone, my name is Desiree, and today I want to talk about some common misconceptions Americans have about government and civil rights. I'll be drawing from this past week's readings and videos. We'll cover 6 key topics: the Constitution, federalism, prosecutorial discretion, mediation, and arbitration, civil rights, and the 15th Amendment. I'll explain what these concepts really mean and clear up some misunderstandings along the way. First, I'll be going over the Constitution and federalism. A lot of people think the Constitution is just a set of fixed rules that never change. But in reality, it actually sets up the framework for government and agencies, but courts and administrators interpret it as the times change. It's not something that's frozen in time, it's flexible, and that's how it stays relevant. Federalism is another area people get wrong. Some assume the federal government makes all the decisions, but states actually have a lot of power too. States make important decisions in areas like education and healthcare. So the misconception is thinking states have no say, when in reality, federalism gives them room to adopt policies to their communities while coordinating with the national government. Next, we'll be going over prosecutorial discretion and mediation and arbitration. Prosecutorial discretion lets prosecutors decide which cases to pursue and how. This, of course, depends on things like evidence, resources, and public interest. Some people assume every single crime that happens must be prosecuted, but that's just not realistic. Discretion allows the system to focus on the cases that they think matter the most to them. Mediation and arbitration are another area of confusion. Many think court is the only way to resolve disputes, but there is also mediation is collaborative and arbitration is binding, and both are recognized ways to settle conflicts. Mediation and arbitration are often faster, cheaper, and just as legitimate as going to court. Lastly, we'll be talking about civil rights and the 15th Amendment. Civil rights are often seen as something from history, like something that was only relevant during the civil rights movement. But as we all know from recent events, these protections are still very relevant today, especially through administrative agencies that enforce them. The misconception is thinking the work is done when in fact it is constant and ongoing. The 15th Amendment is another example. It guarantees voting rights regardless of race, but people often assume it fixed everything right away. In reality, administrative barriers like literacy tests delayed full access. Laws alone were not enough. Enforcement and agency oversight were crucial to making voting rights real for everyone. So to wrap it up, misconceptions about the Constitution, federalism, prosecutorial discretion, mediation, civil rights, and the 15th Amendment mostly come from the oversimplifying complicated systems. This week we learned that administrative law, agency decisions, and court interpretations all work together to make government function and protect rights. Understanding this helps us see why agencies matter, why citizen participation is important, and why enforcing rights is an ongoing effort. Thank you for listening.